Welcome back to the channel, everybody. My name is Karis. You are watching You Don't Scare Me. One of the issues that I've been experiencing recently is the audio of my videos. Sometimes the video doesn't show up, sometimes the audio doesn't show up. I can tell you right now, I am not good at editing. Okay, I'm still learning. I'm figuring this stuff out. My brother's significantly better than I am, but this is kind of what the sort of the progression. Thank you for being patient with us. Thanks for sticking around. If you guys haven't already, hit the like button, or not, sorry, not the like button. Don't hit the like button. My videos suck. Hit the subscribe button so you can watch next videos, which don't suck. In any case, yeah, so prevailing themes, I'm trying to figure out how the whole audio system is. I've got a shotgun mic over here. I've got my own microphone over here with my nice little ghost that my partner crocheted for me. And I'm still trying to sort of navigate this whole YouTube sort of progress or systems and stuff. So yeah, so bear with me as I go through this. Today we're going to be trying a new format because one of the suggestions that people have had is not showing my face as much and showing more of the video. So I actually have this cool little thing. I hit this button on my little stream deck here, and it does this. And so the video is going to be over there. And I have this one too. Look, boom, like, comment, subscribe, share, and then I can go back to my own face. And then when I pause the video, I can just go back and be like, hey guys, blah, 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 blah. So that's going to be fun. If you guys are watching this, it is November 1st, I believe. It's my the first video of November. So in October, we try to release a video every single day. Exceptionally well, if I do say so. I know a lot of people didn't really necessarily enjoy our content, but we did go up over 100 subscribers. I think we're up to 137 right now as of recording this. It's October 29th. So when you guys are seeing this video, it'll be November 1st. Our paranormal investigation of the Crown Victoria. That's a car. Crown Cemetery in Guelph, Ontario, or Puslinch. I'm not sure where it was. In any case, that video will be live. I would urge you guys to go and check that video out after this one. I had a blast. Every time I watch it, I can't stop laugh. I can't stop laughing. It's hilarious. We are trying to give it our honest, our honest try. When we go out to do explorations, we're trying to collect real evidence of ghosts. But sometimes when you get the two of us, Nick and I, in the same room, insanity ensues. In any case, enough about us. We're going to be looking at this video here. It's 10 scary ghost videos. 10 scary videos of ghost caught on camera by Nuke's Top 5. It's published about a day ago, my time. It'll probably be about like 5 days ago by your guys' estimate. But let's get right into this. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to click here. And then I'm going to click that one. And then that.
Shireen Louise, a
I'm learning.
mother of a 3-year-old daughter, has recently moved into an old Victorian house in Cardiff, England. Soon after moving in, Shireen's daughter, little Ilea, begins to complain about a man with a, quote, bad head and bad eyes, who marches through the upstairs hallway.
What is it?
Bad eyes.
Bad eyes?
Yeah. Bad eyes.
Bad eyes.
Yeah.
Where?
Guys.
Upstairs. Nope, no, we're not doing this.
Shireen decides to take a look into the history of the old house and discovers that it was built on an ancient battleground from all the way back in 1485. The worried mother now believes that her daughter might be seeing the spirit of a soldier who fought in battle. Shireen installs a security camera in the hallway just to see what's going on. Then one night after dark, this happens.
Yeah.
Come on then, we're...
She's having a Chrysler.
Mom. Dad.
What is it?
Dad.
What?
Dad.
Scared of what? Who is it?
No.
Is someone there?
Yeah. Bad. Bad eyes. 2 eyes. Bad. 2 eyes. Head. Back.
Hi.
Eye.
Okay. What Hiya. Is he doing anything? What's he doing? Right, see you later, Mr. Soldier Man.
Guess she's decided.
What? Are you laughing at him? Is he being funny? Is he being funny? That's good, isn't it? You're still looking at someone.
I don't know what to say about this.
She's... What? No, please don't. No, stop. It's okay. It's okay. Sorry, you just scared Mummy. Sorry, you just scared Mummy. It's not scary. It's not scary. He's a funny friend, isn't he? He's a funny friend.
It's good on the mom for trying to, like, you know.
Yeah.
Two eerie breaths
You know.
can be heard loud enough that they are picked
Oops.
up by the hallway
What's
security.
going on here? There we go. Yeah, so it's good on her. Nice that she's sort of trying to like make the ghost less spooky for her daughter. The cat. I don't want to let the cat in. Yeah. Anyways, she's just gonna keep screaming out there. Just derailing me is what she's doing. Anyway, yeah, it's good that the mother's like dissuading the child from feeling like negative energy from this sort of experience, because if you know, as your parents sort of lean into that sort of you know, I'm scared too, the children tend to develop a little bit of issues going forward. They could you know, get scared of things really easily. Like my mom, terrified of spiders when I was little, so I had arachnophobia for the first, you know, half of my life, and then as I got older, I started to develop like a little bit more, and I was like, yeah, I don't really care about spiders at all. They don't bother me much. I don't want them to touch me, don't get me wrong, but I don't have a problem with scooping them up and throwing them outside, or depending on the spider. I'm not exactly about to scoop up a brown recluse, if you know what I'm saying. In any case, in this instance, she's trying to like encourage her kid that that it's a fun situation or funny situation, because the ghost is likely just a figment of the imagination of the child, the whimsy of a child, if you would. Kids don't tend to, they're like either they have ESP or they have like heightened senses and it can see ghosts, and I'm just taking it for granted. But a lot of the times, like I was a kid once, I was just stupid. I mean, I had my brother, so I never had imaginary friends because I didn't need them. I had my brother all the time. But I imagine if I was like much younger, I would have probably conjured up some you know, some imaginary friends, and then later in life would have attributed that to ghosts. But let's be real here. There's no ghost. The kid's just having a laugh, or just sort of imagining it. And in the adolescent brain of a child, they can't delineate the difference between object reality and their imagination. They don't have a frame of reference. So when they're imagining a person being there, who has a funny eyes or funny head or bad eyes, the kid doesn't really can't really comprehend the fact that there isn't actually somebody there, because they don't have that frame of reference to go off of.
Camera.
Let's continue.
Shortly after this, little Ilea once again complains about the man with the quote, bad head and two eyes.
Yeah.
Shireen says that
He's got two eyes.
originally she
Most
completely
people
fell
do.
in love
Most
with
people
the
do.
charming Victorian home, but now has second thoughts.
If that's what the
about
house looks like, it's a
staying.
very
She
nice
says
looking
she's
house.
worried about the safety of her daughter. So is little 3-year-old Ilea seeing something that we just can't? You decide. Graveyard.
I want to be very clear here. If there's ever an opportunity for me to live in a haunted house for a reduced cost of living, like if it's like $2,000 to rent a non ghost infested house, or $1,000 to rent a ghost infested house, I'm 100% going to rent the ghost infested house. Not because I want evidence, but because ghosts aren't real, and that's an easy way of making or getting a lower rent. People always say like, oh, you know, the realtors disclosed somebody's died in this house, and like, well, does that affect the retail value? Okay, only for purchasing the house, not if you're renting the house. Remember that. If you're purchasing a house and somebody's died in it previously, it lowers the value of the house. Duh. However, That being said, if somebody offers to rent me a house, or rent me an apartment, or rent me some nice house, under the pretenses that there is a ghost present in the house, I am 100% there for it. I did the thing.
This next video was posted to the internet by an account that is devoted to
I
sharing
hit the button
videos
with the
of
like
large
comment thing.
boats and seafaring vessels. In one video, we see a graveyard of old cruise ships that have been run aground and
Like
left abandoned
5
on
calls
the
to action
beach
now.
somewhere in Turkey. But there's something else. Something that a sharp-eyed Nuke's Top 5 viewer spotted in the video. Watch
What if I can
closely.
combine those two, or video pauses and then changes the face at the same time? Like a macro or something. Is there people on the boat? Is there a ghost on the boat? I really don't like ships. I don't like things like this because they're just fucking massive.
Rusting old cruise ship on the road.
No, I didn't.
Someone or something can be seen walking around inside.
Ooh.
Even though the ship is completely abandoned. No one is on board, and there's not even any access to get on the ship. So could this mysterious figure be the ghost of someone who...
That's a very unique video. I really like that. I've seen a lot of ghost videos in my time. Like, I'm not saying that this is a ghost. This could just be a person who's like in the ship, exploring the ship, an urban explorer, or somebody who's working on the ship, a shipbreaker, if you would. But it's very rare to get ghost footage in this perspective, I would say. Like, very lucky that they happen to be recording the front of the ship at the same time as this thing passes by. But it's extraordinarily interesting to me seeing something like this, because it's like it's the seaside, it's the beach side, you know? It's pretty wild. That cat, I swear to God, she's just sitting out there screaming for like 10 minutes. Jesus. Yeah, forget it.
didn't survive their voyage? Let me know.
Like, I'd bring her in and let her... The problem is that if I let her in the room, she's gonna jump up on the desk. She's gonna lay on my keyboard. She's gonna press buttons, and it just drives me insane.
Says that she often works alone in the large office building, and that this can sometimes get just a little bit creepy.
She broke one of my monitors before when I was recording.
Things are about to get absolutely terrifying.
Y'all, okay, so tell me why I'm at work and I was about to take out the trash, and I just got a text from the lady who works here, and she said, "Hey Shay, just want to let you know that everyone has left, so you can go vacuum the other side." I was like, "Okay, yes ma'am." And she said, "Just me there?" No, I asked her, I said, "Just me there?" She's like, "Yes." Y'all, I'm scared as because when I went outside, there are no cars out there besides my work van. And I'm so scared. So tell me why, if I'm the only one here, who the is this? Like, who the is that? Like, y'all, I'm not tripping. That's somebody in that room and they just sitting there.
Oh, with their back facing them? You got the TV on?
Like, they just sitting there.
Is it a...
Bro, I'm about to fucking call, because I'm like...
Call the police. You have an intruder.
I said, "Hey, you sure I'm the only one here?" She's like, "Yeah, look at the cameras. You're the only one there. I'm seeing about the cars there." And I said, "Someone is in one of the booths." And she was like, "In the booths?" I was like, "Yeah, someone is in one of the booths." What the Y'all, ain't no lock on this door. Hey, oh shit. There's no lock on this door.
Call the fucking police.
And I don't play that shit. Alright, I'm gonna tough it up and just open the door. Grab it. Nope. Nope.
There's clearly somebody else in the building.
Nope.
If no one's supposed to be there, call the police. You have an intruder.
She is supposed to be all alone in the building, but someone or something seems to be sitting in a chair pressed right up against a glass door at the end of the hall. They're not moving, and they're not reacting. Shay hides
They're
in the
watching
closet,
something on the monitor.
gathers her courage, and then heads out to confront the person. But there's no one there. With that, Shay has had about enough. She
Okay.
calls her supervisor to come check out the office building for an intruder, or whatever this is. And Shay takes the back stairs and exits the building. But here is where it gets really weird, because Shay's supervisor comes and checks out the entire building and finds no one there. Also, her supervisor reviews the security camera footage that monitors anyone entering or leaving the building. And whoever this person was, they never left. This person never showed up on any of the building's security cameras. We need scary videos.
Okay, but we don't have any evidence of that. We just have what they call what they're saying is we just have what they are saying. That doesn't necessarily mean it's true. That's one thing to consider. Second thing to consider is that it's likely just another person who's in the building, right? Like another employee or another individual who's just like happens to be there late. Like I stay late at work all the time, right? They don't maybe didn't disclose that information. So in that case, the cat is back and screaming at the door. In that case, you're probably better off calling the police. Oh, she derailed me again. This goddamn cat. Fuck. I almost don't want to continue. I'm so frustrated, right? I've had a long day at work. You know, I want to sit down. I want to unwind. I want to watch videos. And then I get like bothered by the cat all the time. And I'm drained, man. Oh, I can't even, I gotta review this and like cut things out. I just want to do this. You know, I don't want to deal with all the other shit that's fucking going on.
So if you see something scary that you think would be
It was
perfect
probably
for the
just
top
another
five,
person in the
send it to
building.
me
If
and
you're in that
stop by
situation, just call the police.
off the wall.
You know, if it ends up being another employee,
Sent to me
then
by
at least you had the
Stop by
precaution
Ricardo. He
to
told me about
you
a
know,
trip he and his brother
protect
took to the
yourself, you
historic
know?
Fort of San Felipe in
I'm sorry, I didn't
Bacolod,
realize
Mexico.
that you were here.
On the trip, Ricardo
The
filmed a
police
video
are on
of
their
his
way.
old
We're just gonna have to
Nokia
make a statement
potato
and they'll go
phone.
away.
And he and his brother can be seen exploring the massive old 1700s fortress. They accidentally catch something that they just can't explain.
Mira la reparación moderna. Ah, sí. Espérate, espérate, nomás déjame grabar.
What was that?
Did you see it? In a dangerous section of the historic fortress that's closed off to tourists, a strange brown figure can be seen on the grass and seemingly climbing or floating right over the wall. Now,
It's
I've
weird, but
carefully
it's
inspected this
inconclusive.
clip. I've slowed it down and I've even sharpened and enhanced the potato quality as much as I could, but I still have no idea what this is. So, I leave it up to you.
I got nothing.
Arcade.
Like, it's possible that it's like I don't know, like a glitch in the camera or something in the lens or something like that. Genuinely have no idea.
Stop by viewer and paranormal investigator Emma.
I know that
from
was
YouTube
completely
channel
pointless for me to
Investigate
pause there, but
UK, reached out to us about a creepy video they captured while investigating
helps
the
for editing.
Royal Arcade in Keighley, West Yorkshire, England. The Royal Arcade is an historic underground shopping center built in 1901. The upper floors of the Royal Arcade were eventually renovated. However, the dingy old underground stores and rooms were left untouched. These buildings with their dark history still look almost exactly the same as they did in the early 1900s. Emma says that she and her group were doing a spirit box session in what was once the shop of a horse saddler. In this area, the spirit of a grumpy old man named Billy is said to wander around. What happens next is truly creepy.
Make that bang again. So. Please stop. Please stop. Why do you want us to stop?
Emma and her group are shocked to see what looks like a figure moving through a lens flare caught on their phone. The investigators try to recreate
Come on.
what they captured, but they just can't reproduce this strange silhouette of a person moving. So just what is this? I leave it
Shadow.
to you to decide.
It's nothing. It's a lens flare. It's a shadow. It's a glitch. Or not a glitch.
It's working the night shift at the
You can't repeat it because it wasn't there to begin with.
When he spots something,
I don't know. That's not what I meant. You know, I just don't care. It's stupid. Okay.
Gerardo, fíjate detrás tuyo.
What is the glitch?
Perilla. Ma, usted está copiando el monitor, mae. Dígale algo. ¿Salió algo ahí? Correcto. Aquí salió algo raro. Mae. Y véngate mejor. Todo bien.
a security camera pointed at the mall's parking structure captures the moment a dark, shifty silhouette of a person can be seen approaching an unsuspecting man. The man turns around as if he hears or feels something, but no one's there. And the weird figure seems to have just disappeared.
This kind of reminds me of the Disney tapes. If you guys have ever seen the video, the Disney ghosts, the ghosts that wander around Disney, they're always caught on the security footage. Very easily debunked a little while ago. They surfaced online. What it was this. It was like the Haunted Mansion, the lineup for the Haunted Mansion, where people queue up to go on the ride. There were like phantoms that walked around at night. It freaked people out. And by the phantoms walking around at night, it was the security officers were seeing these apparitions walking around the queues and stuff like that. And so what it ended up being was that Disney hadn't updated their security systems in a while, so they were still using VHS, hard copy VHSs to record or to record their security footage, right? And what was happening is that there was a particular janitor that would do his rounds every day, and he always walked the same patterns every single day. And over time, when you're recording on VHSs, if you start the VHS over in the beginning of the day and you've got 24 hours worth of recording, by the time you reach that point, the security guard is doing his rounds again. So what happens is over time, the VHS burns that image into the tape. And no matter what whatever you record it over, is always going to have that phantom ghost. Sort of like when you used to leave your TVs on and the image would burn into the TV screen. This kind of reminds me of that. I don't think that's what it is because it seems to be a digital CCTV system. I don't think this VHS is involved in this. It's obviously live. He's talking to the guy on the radio live. But it could just be a compression issue where the system is reading an additional body that isn't there, and then the data catches up to it and it deletes, or it stops transmitting that extra person because that person isn't there.
Into thin air. After the security footage was released online, many former employees of the mall came forward to share their own personal paranormal experiences from their days working there. Many of these former workers claim that the mall is haunted after someone passed away on the 4th floor of the parking structure.
You're right.
Lights out. One afternoon, Rachel Navarro is home alone in her New York
City. Be good to track these places down and start doing my own investigations.
The power in her building has temporarily been shut off. And this is when things just start to get really weird.
Well, yeah, you turned off the ecto traps.
Sorry, I'm just watching something, but literally, hold on. There's no electricity in our place right now, okay? Turned it off, but I swear, shite. Okay, this door, Jesus, has been doing this literally all day. And look, that's shite. Oh my God. Please, looking out. Hello? Hold on. I'm going out there.
Don't go out there. Are you kidding me?
Oh, I turned the flash on because I couldn't see shite out there. I have my epic mace.
Oh, good, you have mace.
I swear. Blood of Jesus. Jesus. Oh my gosh, Jesus.
Blood of Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. This is not a prayer.
Okay, this door always moves because of the wind. I'm not really worried about that. Hello? It's just like mad dark if I don't.
And what, she doesn't hear it?
Jesus, hold on. No. That, no.
Rachel's front door is shaking on its own, and when she looks through the peephole, something can be seen moving around on the other side. She grabs her pepper spray and opens the door.
Okay, first, I'd like to say, never do this. Never do this. If your lights are off and somebody's rattling on your door trying to get into your apartment, don't go out into the hall. Even if you do have pepper spray or mace, it only works if you hit them. Okay, you could easily be disarmed. So don't put yourself at risk to pursue somebody who's been rattling on your doors. Second off, when the power gets turned off to a building, the central the HVAC systems, or the central vac, or the air conditioning units, get turned off as well. So what happens is that creates an envelope inside of the hallways, let's say a high pressure envelope, right? Because when the air conditioning is on, the building cools down, the air sort of shrinks in its volume, and you open up the door and more air comes in, and more air comes in, and more air comes in. And then eventually what you have is more air than a volume, or in the volume than it could naturally fit at room temperature. Right, and so when you turn off the AC to an apartment complex, what happens is the air molecules start to heat up and they start to expand. Okay, and that creates like a high pressure system inside of the hallways. Okay, now if I from my apartment door, if I open my apartment door, what happens is it forces the air to move. Boom, 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 and so that air escapes into my apartment. The velocity of it escaping changes the pressure system in the entire hallway and can rattle doors all the way down. Boom, 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 because the air is rapidly moving or expanding or contracting, right? So a good principle or good explanation or good way to explain this or to show this is if you've ever been in a kitchen, like a like a restaurant kitchen. If somebody opens up the door into the kitchen, the barn doors, or like the bar door, will open and close because the air volume is changing and it's on like a loose hinge. So like in a normal circumstance, let's say you're walking into the back kitchen, you walk through the back door. The back door isn't an actual physical door. What it is it's a swinging barn door, basically. And so when you go in there, it changes the pressure inside of the kitchen because the kitchen is hot and the outside is less hot. And so what happens is that it rattles the windows, it rattles the back door, it rattles whatever. That's probably a poor explanation, but I'm sure you've closed or opened your door, your ground floor door, and the back door rattles because you've opened the door. Hell, opening your fridge is a great explanation of this. If you open your fridge, hot air rushes into the fridge because it's cold, and cold air is exchanged with the external temperatures, right? And so what you have is you have a low pressure system. You open up your door, all the air exchanges in there, it warms up the air rapidly, and then when you close the door, that air starts to shrink because it's now being refrigerated, so it cools down. If you try to open up the fridge the second time, you can't really open the door. And the reason that is because you've put air into the fridge, and that air hasn't neutralized in its pressure yet, because it's rapidly shrinking. It's like a balloon, right? There's a lot of like sucking force inside of the refrigerator, and you try to open it up, but you can't. Same basic principle here. This entire hallway is essentially like a refrigerator. The air is cold, it's open, warm, comes in, and then somebody closes their door or opens their door, and it rattles your doors because there's a lot of air pressure in there. That might be a stupid explanation, but I think you get what I mean. Second off, so she walks into the hallway and she's trying to confront whatever entity is rattling her door, which is a terrible idea. But then I suppose she doesn't hear the noises because she seems to have no problems with being in that environment with what sounds like guttural, growling coming from wherever. And what actually triggers her is the sound of somebody whispering behind her, "Who is it?" Which, again, she's in an apartment building. Somebody else could have literally opened their door or had been calling through their door, "Who is it?" Because their door was rattling too. Same basic principle. You opened your door and probably rattled their door, and they're going, "Hello, who is it? Who's knocking on my door?" Because you've just done what someone else was doing to your door. Okay? It's not a ghost. It's just a high tense situation because you have no light, and you're naturally on edge when it's dark, but not a ghost.
But no one there. Just her creepy pitch black hallway. Then Rachel hears what sounds like someone breathing and whispering in the hallway.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
It's likely just her neighbor or something.
She turns around and heads right back inside. As a Nuke Stop 5 viewer, Rachel decided to email us about her creepy experience. To this day, she still has no idea what was going on in her hall. No vacancy.
We'll tell you what happened. When the power went off, it turned off the Ghostbuster containment system, and like Danny Phantom, all the ghosts got out.
The staff working at the hotel have witnessed and experienced unexplainable activity.
Is this the same?
When they're all alone. One day, a housekeeper
I think this is
notices
the Jabba the Hutt one.
at the window of hotel room number 30, even though the room should be vacant and completely
This is a different hotel?
The housekeeper immediately notifies the hotel manager, but they find no evidence of anyone inside that empty room. That is, until later that same day.
Wait, we've already covered this. From Nuke. Months ago. It's that Jabba the Hutt motherfucker.
Vamos a ver a esa habitación.
Nick and I have covered this one quite a few times in the past. I wonder if I just saw something. I think I just saw something. But
Desde ahí es donde estábamos viendo que se veía. Aquí ya no se ve nada. A lo mejor por el reflejo de la luz.
what the hell? This is almost an entirely different video.
Esta es una habitación pequeña.
Maybe I'm misremembering it. But like the toilet seat gets slammed.
Y aquí está la tele donde estábamos, donde se supone que se veía, pero no se ve nada. No entiendo por qué se ve.
The sound of like that sound is
A pale face with
yeah. So
eyes can be seen peering down.
it looks like Jabba the Hutt or
The manager hurries upstairs and into the room.
some kind of like Halloween mask.
Or whatever it was.
It's somebody pulling a prank on her, I bet, and it's just gone too far.
Making a loud sound and sending the frightened woman rushing right.
But it sounds like it's somebody closing the cupboard door or slamming the toilet seat or dropping the toilet seat.
Small hotel in Mexico is haunted.
See, I thought it was a second video of the
Or
same
is it all
hotel.
just an elaborate hoax? You decide.
It's probably just pareidolia.
There's a lightning storm just outside Amanda Noel's house in Iowa. She looks out her front window and notices something truly bizarre.
Yeah.
Please tell me y'all see this. Just watch. Watch straight out into that yard. Look, you see it? Look. And it happens again. Look. 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 See? See? Man. I'm
The little light
right
flash.
now. Ignore my dogs. But look, man. I think it's time to move.
A strange white figure can be seen standing in the grass across the street from where Amanda lives. But whoever or whatever this is, it appears and then just disappears as the storm rages on. Some
Is she seeing this with her physical eyes or just the
wonder if
camera?
The electrical energy in the air could have somehow helped make a paranormal presence visible. But whatever this is, Amanda says she is spooked.
That's an interesting hypothesis, and I would like to experiment with that in the future. Maybe we'll do some paranormal investigations during thunderstorms, just to see if we get a little bit more energy or a little bit more evidence out of it. However, it's more than likely an artifact of her lens. If she's not seeing it with her physical eyes, if she's only recording it through her camera, it's likely what it is it's like some kind of smudge on her camera lens. It's being the lightning is illuminating on her screen. The fact that it doesn't show up as often, it could literally just be the fact that she is recording a low light situation. Like she's recording obviously out her front door. There's not a whole lot of light to go on, and so the camera is left to interpret the data when with the absence of light. Cameras aren't so good at this. They approximate information, right? So what you're doing is you're essentially like recording a blank. Like this is obviously a lot of light here. This could be like during a flash or whatever. So you could see how clear this image is based on the fact that there's a significant quantity of light being returned back to the iris of the camera. So in the simplest terms, there is not enough light to retrieve the data that you are expecting or you're wanting. Therefore, whatever it is retrieving is an approximation based on the limited amount of data that the camera has. This is why I say film photography, silver film photography, is significantly more viable as a ghost evidence than digital cameras because of the fact that it's not a one-to-one physical snapshot or a burnt-in image onto a piece of card. Because what it is it's interpreted data by a computer that has no point of reference to base its information off of other than the programming language that was given to it. An archive of previous understanding or previous images, like similar to how AI generates images these days. It doesn't actually conjure that information itself. It doesn't have a frame of reference, doesn't understand the context. So what it does is it searches the web for similar images to what you're wanting to and then blends them together to try to produce the image that you requested. So sorry to say, it's not a ghost. It's likely just camera malfunctions or a issue with the software interpreting information that isn't there.
The Old Baraboo Inn. Paranormal investigator Ian from the YouTube channel Midwest Ghost Hunter sets out to investigate.
I've actually found this guy recently.
Old Baraboo.
Get a kick out of his videos. He's popping off. He's getting a lot of views now. It's really good for him.
Was built in 1864.
Elephants.
A tavern and a brothel. Over the years, the seedy inn became a regular hangout for many underworld figures like Al Capone and other notorious gangland criminals. Over the years, it is...
Now that's interesting to see, because like I always thought that fedoras looked cooler back in the day, but they all still look like dorks.
Have lost their lives here. Today, the Old Baraboo Inn is said to be extremely haunted, especially in the basement, where it is said that many men were chained to a pole and executed by the mob. That pole still stands today, a remnant of the building's horrific past. So, investigator Ian decides to spend a night at the inn, planning to investigate all the paranormal claims. It's still early into the night and Ian is exploring the Baraboo Inn's bar area when things start to get a little spooky.
Are there any spirits hanging out at this bar tonight? I heard this place is supposed to be really haunted. Could you show me what they're talking about? The stories of strange things happening? I'd like to see it for myself. Is there anybody here that could do that for me? Oh,
He was
sound came from over there.
he was reacting to that before the sound showed up.
Hello? If that was you, could you make that sound again?
Genuinely, it appeared to me as though he was moving towards that.
Jeez.
Oh yeah, sorry. So their shtick is that this place is haunted, eh?
Weird sounds in here.
Ian continues his investigation and heads into the inn's kitchen. But what happens next is truly bizarre.
If there's anyone in here, could you show yourself? What the f was that?
Disingenuous,
Hello?
disembodied sounds of utensils moving.
Oh,
The first
something just got through.
physical
What the hell was
piece of
that?
evidence
Look at that.
in front of you.
What the f is that? Oh my god, that's like a
It's a
spoon.
it's a ladle.
It's on
It's
the
a ladle.
floor.
Chill.
Like, how is that even possible? I don't know. I don't know how to explain any of this. Everything that is happening to me right now is far beyond what I was expecting from this place.
Ian is freaked out as kitchen utensils can be heard moving on their own, and a ladle is
I was kind of all for it at first, but if I'm being honest, the way that he's recording his audio, it leaves a lot to be desired. Sorry, his dialogue. So what I mean to say is that the evidence is already believable enough when presented that way. But his added dialogue actually devalued the evidence, in my opinion, because his acting sucks, is what it is. Now, just getting a good look at this the scene here. Let me pop back to phase 2 so you can get an idea of what I'm looking at. So this is what the image that I'm looking at right now, okay? So you're seeing sort of the kitchen environment here, okay? And so if you remember, while he was walking around, there was an intense vibrating that you could hear, almost as if there was like a dishwasher or some kind of heating system, or even like the drain system for a deep fryer. If you have a pneumatic drain, or like a pneumatic drain, which a lot of modern McDonald's have that pneumatic system. It automatically sucks away the grease. In cases like the Wendy's that I worked at, it was you drop the grease into a tray and then you wheel that tray to the back and you suck the grease up. But it sounds almost like there's a filtration system or something going on, which, as you might know, causes a lot of vibrations. So it's almost as if something was turned on that is vibrating, and this ladle was put in a precarious position on that vibrating thing so that it would eventually shake off while he was in the vicinity of it. Perhaps he set it up himself. Maybe it was just misinformed or misunderstood, or a improperly stored utensil. However, one thing to note about places like this, and you might have noticed, or you might have seen in Nick's video, Nick had an aha moment recently, where he was reviewing a video of the Winchester Mansion, and somebody had actually broken a cardinal rule at the Winchester Mansion, and he had passed one of the barriers and had walked into a room that he wasn't supposed to walk into, which is the upper sort of attic space that they have cordoned off. And when he went in there, there was a shadow machine in that room. In the left side, which is why it's off limits, in the left side of that room, you could see a light bulb and a silhouette. And what happens is every time it's charged, the silhouette goes by and casts a shadow in the room, convincing people that the place is haunted and they need to come back, right? And so when you get that sort of principle, when you understand that sort of principle, one thing that you have to really take with a grain of salt when I say this, okay? No, not when I say this, but take it with a grain of salt when somebody says that they experienced a paranormal encounter in a haunted house, because it's a business. You understand that? Haunted Airbnb, haunted hotel, haunted mansion, haunted this, haunted that, haunted. When it says it's the number one most haunted place in wherever, it tends to be set up in a particular way to give evidence. It's an entertainment business, okay? Haunted houses are rarely actually haunted. What it is you can go online. There's an entire index of supplies. You can go and you can find, knockers. You can find ghost machine or, parametric. What was that? Did I say parametric? Parabolic evidence generators. You can do EMF signal boosters or signal generators and stuff like that, because what they want is people to get interested and buy tickets to their place, right? So they're going to introduce evidence that isn't actually there. When people go to investigate these particular places, like if Nick and I were to go and investigate the top most haunted, this, that, and the other thing, the pretenses to our entire investigation is that the power must be shut off to the building to limit the amount of interference that we get from these machines that they use to drum up suspense. And so when you find things like this particular place where they're like, this place is haunted, Al Capone, blah, 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 they're going to invest in that shtick to get people to come more frequently. It draws customers in when they have a paranormal experience or when they have an experience that they can't explain. It gets people to come back because they're like, whoa, or it gets people talking about the business, and it's free publicity at that point. So I can never take this take this kind of thing with, take this on faith, because the fact of the matter is that 99% of the evidence that comes from these establishments is fake. Don't buy into the bullshit. You're more likely to find real paranormal evidence in the places that nobody visits, like the inconspicuous places, the random cemeteries, the random abandoned houses, the places that you do your research on and no one else has stuck their fingers in and you're not paying anybody to visit.
Thrown onto the floor.
Let's continue.
But the worst is still yet to come, because next Ian,
it's just a ladle. Like that system it was a poorly placed utensil that fell.
Of the old Baraboo Inn.
He is adding stuff for entertainment.
There it is. You see that?
It's not real.
That is the pole. The execution.
I would lick the pole. I would not lick the pole. That'd be disgusting. But I would definitely touch the pole. It's just a pole.
Imagine what would be going through those victims' minds as they're being dragged into this room and placed here. And if you look closely here, you can see all the different bullet holes.
Yeah, see bullet holes.
See that? There's a bullet hole right there. Right there. Right there. They're just all over this pole. And those are blood stains seeping through the paint. It's super tense in here.
It's pretty metal and disturbing. Again, like...
It sounds like somebody's down here with me. Who's out there? Oh God. Holy shit. I don't know how much more of this I can take.
Yeah, again.
Coming from this room. Again.
His acting is not great. If he's just an awkward person, that's one thing, but like his evidence is not great. The sounds that he's hearing, if they were real, would be frightening somebody far more than he's being frightened. And
bad.
He almost reminds me of like a neckbeard, you know. He's like,
if you're one of the mobsters,
I don't know.
make
it
another
just.
sound. Oh God. Jeez. This is the last spirit I want to encounter right now.
It's one of the
Get a
mobsters.
little louder.
You got him, yeah. See?
Oh, holy shit. Oh my god! That was a Black Max!
Ooh.
Okay, I want to get out
An
of here. I wanna
FBA.
get out of here. But it's a freaking dead end over here. I can't get out this way.
Ian is terrified as he sees a dark shadow-like figure move near the infamous execution pole in the basement. He's able to calm himself down.
That's way too... Ugh.
But he finds
Sorry, that was way too crispy.
no one to explain what he just saw. Soon after this creepy event, Ian decides that he's had about...
It was too,
just heads home.
It was too crispy.
You can see this
So, no, that's not real.
many more scary moments over on the YouTube channel. Midwest
Justifiable.
Ghost Hunter.
Oops. I'm sorry, that's a bit much. Hey, that's it. Thank Christ. Yeah, as we always experience, as we always see with these things, like ghosts aren't real. We've had comments on our videos with people being like, duh, obviously ghosts aren't real, you're wasting our time. Some comments that don't make it to the final cut, let's just say, because they're inappropriate. But in this case, like, yeah, ghosts aren't real. You know that, I know that. That's why you're here. That's why you're watching these videos. If that becomes not the case, and Nick and I discover something a little bit later on, then our channel changes, because we are men of science, and so we believe in the pursuit of information and the pursuit of science. Okay, we're skeptical about this kind of stuff, but we are open-minded. Okay, if you were to present us with information that we didn't, you know, that we found was hard to debunk, and convinced us of it, you'd be doing us a favor. I would be overjoyed, and then my entire job would change. I would be collecting information. I would be doing different things to try to elicit better responses. I'd be testing different mechanics, different tools and stuff like that to find the ones that really work, and then building a scientific basis and sort of building off of that. It's just not really feasible in this sort of thing to create, you know, whatever. I'm losing the sauce right now, but I digress. The point is, these ghost videos are fake. You know it, I know it. You're here to see that kind of thing. You're not here to really necessarily watch these videos. If you're watching the video and you're watching this far, you're here for me and my antics. Okay, you're not here for Nuke's video. You're here for entertainment from me and the stupid, silly things I do. And I appreciate that, and I appreciate you. If you guys are here, if you guys enjoy what you're seeing, you know, drop us a like, hit the you know, like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel. If you guys haven't already seen our ghost investigation, check it out. October 31st it launched. We're really proud of it. If you guys don't like it, let us know. Let us know what we could do better. Let us know what you didn't like. Let us know what you did like. So it sort of helps us sort of understand, because right now we are posting videos that we're not confident in, and then seeing 9+ subscribers and being like, but why? You know what I mean? So, and then with maybe we're actually really funny. I don't know anybody who would watch 53 minutes of somebody who they didn't find entertaining, but in any case, that's going to do it for today. Thanks for visiting. Thanks for hanging out with us today. We're back to our normal schedule. We might do some more videos here and there, but we're going back to our original schedule for November. We're going to be doing, you know, one video on Friday, one video on Sunday, one video on Wednesday, and then, you know, whatever in between is just sort of whatever Nick and I want to do. So that just sort of pads out the month. Our challenge was to do one video every day for the entirety of October, and we finished it. But for me personally, I literally finished the last video the day I published it, like within 30 minutes of publishing it. They were like, I'm like treading the water here. I'm on the wire. But that's just kind of how I like to do it. I don't like to film too far in advance, because you know, I lose track of things, and then I get lazy. I want to keep it fresh in my mind and continue it, sort of get this pattern going with this thing. I'm going to cut a lot of stuff out of this to make it really short, a lot shorter. It's 54 minutes right now. Most people don't want to watch for that long, especially considering there was only 25 minutes worth of Nuke, so I doubled the timeline. As Nick said, I'm like that Asmongold guy. Anyway, thanks for coming by. I'm going to end it here. Bye. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and leave us a comment about what you think.